What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade, basketball analysis coming at you with the most overrated player. Yesterday we talked about the most underrated player in the NBA. Now we're going to talk about the most overrated player in the NBA. And this is up for debate because there's so many players that's underrated to certain people and so many players that's overrated to certain people. Some people say KD overrated. Some people say Steph. Some people say, I agree with Russell Westbrook. Some people say LeBron James is overrated because he continues to lose in the finals. But the guy, to me, this year, and it's only for this year, just not his whole career, the guy for me that's the most overrated player to me this season is DeMarcus Cousins. The guy just can't win games. They got off to a hot start with Mike Malone. Oh, they finally fixed it. Oh, they made the playoffs. And then they fire him, and then the team is terrible. He had point guards like Rajon Rondo. He had point guards, and he had Isaiah Thomas they all three. Rudy Gay, DeMarcus Cousins, Isaiah Thomas, I believe all of them averaged 20 or close to it for the whole season. And it's like, wow, you have some solid players. You have some good role players. Anthony Davis made it, to me, to the playoffs with a worse team than DeMarcus. I feel like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum has made it further than DeMarcus Cousins with worse talent. I don't think that the Portland Trailblazer team was better than the teams that DeMarcus Cousins has. And he has had players like Isaiah Thomas, Rajon Rondo, Rudy Gay. He has solid scorers. He had people that can create their own shot, finish in the paint, post up, score. He had Ty Lawson come down there, and Ty Lawson had a decent season last year. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't historic, but it was good. DeMarcus Cousins done scored 50, 60. He done crashed the boards, put up triple doubles. He done led the centers in assists. He done crashed rebounds. And I'm looking like, wow, this guy can do it. He can shoot free throws. He can shoot jumpers. He even can shoot threes. He can dribble the ball. He can post up. He can bang. He can tip in. He can do everything. He probably the most complete center in NBA history because he basically has no flaws. He's averaging a block and a steal a game for majority of his career. Like, the dude ain't a supreme elite defender, but he's been solid enough to where it could be better, it could improve. But you can say that about almost anybody in the NBA in general, that they need to play better defense, but they don't really do it anyway. But DeMarcus Cousins has tried to become a better defender, and he has made some improvements. But I feel like his ability to not make the playoffs, like the dude been on all NBA teams. The dude been a multiple-time All-Star in the Western Conference, the hardest conference in the league, and it only got tougher this season. Now he's playing for Drew Holiday, a top 5, top 7 player, and Anthony Davis. And now we're going to see, they don't really have enough talent from starting to bench, but they have two superstar players in Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, and a borderline pastime all-star in Drew Holiday, who when he came in, he started giving them three-point shooting angles and dump offs, alley-oops, and they allow them to play off the ball because Drew Holiday can get his own shot, and he's an unselfish point guard in general. And he's a solid wing defender, and he has length. He can play the 1 or the 2 because he's 6'4" with a long wingspan and mobility, but he's just not stocky and strong-wise. But he has the length and the size to play shooting guard, and he has the IQ to play point guard. And I just feel like DeMarcus Cousins just can't get it right. No matter how much talent they had on the Kings, they couldn't even win 35 games most of the time that he was in Sacramento. And like I said, you have to call him a little overrated because he has made all NBA teams. He has made all-star games. And he made it to the Olympics and won a gold medal. But at the same time, you're like, why aren't his teams winning? Why aren't his teams even making it to the playoffs once? Anthony Davis had terrible teammates and made it to the playoffs once, at least once. And DeMarcus Cousins hasn't made it at all. Last year, sometimes the Pelicans played better when DeMarcus Cousins was either sitting out or suspended. So that lets you know that they can still win without him. Even though they had get off to a terrible start because of injuries, they still was able to win some games during the end of the season. I hope him and Anthony Davis can work out. I hope they do become a duo. I hope they do stay together and become a dominant inside outside pick and roll team with a guard that can actually shoot in Drew Holiday and get to the paint and has an in between mid range game. I hope they do figure it out. I hope they do put it together, and I do hope that they can get to the playoff this season. But I have to say the most overrated player is DeMarcus Cousins because of the All NBA and the All Star selections and his ability never to make that he never made the playoffs. No matter that he might be the most talented center in history, he might be the most complete center in history, and he hasn't even made the playoffs at all. So let me know who you guys think is the most overrated player. Let me know who you think is the most underrated player. Did I miss somebody? Is I'm sleeping on somebody? Is I'm overreacting to DeMarcus Cousins never winning over 35 games? But let me know that in the comment section below. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, signing out. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. The link will be in the description in the comment section below. Click there and sign up to the newsletter. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. The link will be in the description in the comment section below. All I'm asking you guys to do is click on the link in the comment section or description. Send you to my Facebook page and click the like button to show support. And that's all I'm asking you guys to do. And now we got to ask ourselves, is DeMarcus Cousins the most overrated player in the league? He might be.